Hello everybody, welcome to PAC 100 Introduction to Fitness. My name is Tom Carroll and I will be your instructor for this semester. I want to give you an overview of the course and point out some specifics. The course is divided up into 4 modules. Each one will be a week long. Module 4 will be a half of a week. So it'll be from Tuesday to Friday, our last week of class. So module 1 will be why fitness and the FIT principle, frequency, intensity, time, and type. Module 2 will go into cardiovascular endurance. Module 3 will discuss muscular fitness and flexibility. Module 4 will be body composition and nutrition. For each module, I will provide an overview and a checklist, assignment descriptions and links. You'll also have required readings, viewings, and lectures, and then supportive content and how-to resources. So if this were a class during the semester, we would probably meet 3 days a week, and the first 10 minutes I'm probably going to be lecturing, or on Monday I might lecture for 20 minutes and then not lecture the rest of the week. Bottom line is there's a cognitive portion to this course. It's 2 hours of credit, so we have to have a cognitive portion. And there's also a physical activity component. So in addition, you'll have optional quizzes if you want to test yourself on what you've read in my lectures. You can do that for every module and every topic. There's currently there's one pop quiz, which is in the first unit. There'll be more based on everyone's involvement, or there might not be any. There's the Strava Fitness Journal, which is your main way to communicate the activity that you've done. Each Strava Fitness Journal will have an aerobic-based physical activity component, and then you'll have a muscular fitness component. For week 1, module 1, I don't have a muscular fitness component because I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable using Strava. We get all the kinks out, and then I'll add muscular fitness to week 2. And for aerobic based, you'll have a gradual increase in the amount of work that's required. In addition, you'll have 2 tests. The first one is on modules 1 and 2. The second one is on modules 3 and 4, but there are some questions on module 1 and 2, which is why I have that it's cumulative. For projects, you get to choose one. You don't have to do both. If you want to do both, you can do one for extra credit. But you can do a 2-day nutrient recall with analysis, and then you can choose to do a final fitness infographic. I have detailed information along with examples of both of those assignments. To start, you need to finish the physical activity readiness questionnaire or the PARQ Plus. There's a link for that in content 1, which I will show you. Complete that, save it as a PDF, and upload that to the assignment box. And that's due by Wednesday. You can do it today if you want. I mentioned the Fitness Journal. We're going to be using the free version of Strava. It communicates across multiple platforms. So if you're already using something else, chances are it will sync with Strava. So I encourage you to start that early so you can get all the kinks out. What's important for the Strava when you start is to choose the proper activity. And then you'll have, whenever you go to save it, you'll need to change the default title. It might say morning walk. You would need to put PAC 100, the week 1, and then walk 1 if it's your first walk. So each fitness journal will have aerobic physical activity requirements. You'll have muscular fitness based beginning with week 2. There'll be a fitness challenge for week 1. That challenge is to walk 3 times, which needs to be on different days. You can walk twice in one day, but you need to walk a total of 3 days. This doesn't include waiting tables. We're looking at leisure time physical activity. So this has nothing to do with your job. If you have to carve out a 20-minute period to walk, 3 days a week, that's the minimum. Walking is great, depending on your fitness level. Doesn't really depend on your fitness level. Walking is great for everybody. Even if you're super fit and you're lifting heavy, your body would really enjoy a 20-minute walk. So make sure that you read the safety tips that I have for walking. I'm not in the summer. I don't require a specific fitness test or battery of tests. Those are optional if you want to do them, but we just really don't have time with just 1 week for each module. So let me give you a brief tour of Oaks. Under Course Home, this first page, you'll have announcements. I put announcements sometimes daily. So you want to subscribe to announcements so that when I post, you'll receive notification. This is where you found this video, so I know you know how to find it. And then under Content, you'll see the course syllabus. So make sure that you read that course syllabus. And then each module is represented. So for Module 1, I'll give an overview. And then in that overview, I'll highlight a couple of areas, but it's not comprehensive. What is comprehensive is this checklist. So if you access the checklist, you'll see exactly what you need to do along with those due dates. Required viewings are my lectures. Be sure to view them from beginning to end. It's really disheartening when I look at somebody and they're not doing well, and I look at the course involvement and they have 16 seconds of involvement. So what happens, students will click on Why Fitness Part 1, they'll click on Why Fitness Part 2, they'll click on the Fit Principle Part 1, Fit Principle Part 2, so that it's complete on the checklist. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't mean that you did it. So integrity means that if you say you did something, if you get credit for something, that means that you did it. My videos are not long, and I think they're relevant, and I think they're pretty cool. I mean, I know that I'm the one providing the information, but it's good stuff. As an exercise physiologist, I get to carve out information that's most relevant and information that I think is really cool. So make sure you view those. And then I'll have assignments, and the assignments that are due along with physical activity, like this first one is physical activity readiness questionnaire, and then you have fitness journal instructions, and then you have Strava. Also, we do have a required textbook, and those chapters that you're going to need to read can be accessed whenever you hit the checklist. So each module has a corresponding chapter in the book to read. Also in Content, I have a special module on Strava Fitness Journal. So make sure that you see that, read that information. Has an overview, and then it'll have specific links if you need help. It also has a link to our group for this summer. There's a module on workout resources, so exercise technique videos. Even if you do these exercises, I want you to view these videos. You might learn a little something. The Darebee website is one that we'll begin using next week, and it is incredible, but I wanted you to have access to that site from day one. Yoga with Adriene is great for beginners and also people that have been practicing yoga for a long time. I don't require a gym membership for this course, so I see it providing quality online resources to you as part of my job. So please explore those and let me know what you think. And then Bowflex also has some really cool ones for self-body weight technique for beginners, intermediate, and advanced students. So if you have questions throughout, please let me know. Oh, two more things. Sorry about that. Quizzes. The optional quizzes can be found under grades, and then test 1 and test 2 can also be accessed. And then if you look under management, you'll see a calendar. I don't enjoy using the calendar so much because sometimes students equate DUE, that due, with DO due. So if you see a fitness journal is due on the 15th, if you don't start until the 15th, you're not going to be able to do it because it involves at least 4 days of physical activity. 100 minutes is first week. So nonetheless, I do try to include relevant dates to help you with your organization. If you have questions about when something is due and you can't find it on the calendar, or you get a confusing date, say March 23rd, that means it's probably left over from last semester. So if you see anything that doesn't make sense, I'm only human, so email me and I'll see if I can explain it. As far as office hours, I'm available throughout the week. I have different appointments this summer, which is why I don't have set hours. I don't want to be confusing, but basically if you want to have FaceTime between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m., I'm available. If those times don't work, I'm sure if you give me enough heads up, I can carve out another time before 8 o'clock or after 2 p.m. But it is the summer, so my schedule is a little bit different. We don't work from 9 to 5 in the summers. So again, my name is Tom Carroll. This is my 32nd year of teaching. I've been at the college for 21 years. I'm the Associate Chair of Health and Human Performance, and I also direct all of these activity courses, and I have been the original and only director for this program. So I'm passionate about these courses, and I'm glad that you're able to take my or our online version of Intro to Fitness. If I can help you out along the way, please don't hesitate to ask. Take care.